Welcome to the Deadly Marketing Phrases video. In this video, Michael is going to show you the deadliest marketing phrases that you should avoid like the plague. The unfortunate part is you most likely already are using these phrases in your ads today. Before I bring Michael on stage, I would suggest you grab two things. First, grab a piece of your advertising material. This can be your old website, a brochure, newspaper ad, yellow page ad, or any other piece of marketing use. While watching this video, try to take what Michael is teaching you and objectively look at your own marketing material to see if you're using these deadly marketing mistakes. The second thing I suggest you grab is a pen and paper. The information Michael is going to share with you is very valuable, and I know it will help in your own business. So sit back, take some notes, and by the end of this short video, I'm confident you will have some ideas on how to turn around your marketing right away.
Thank you, Katie, for the introduction. And I'm excited to be sharing these secrets with everyone today. Before I dive into the deadly marketing phrases, I want to ask you a question. As a business owner, do you feel like your customers only care about price? Do you feel forced into a price competition with your competitors? I know when I was running my janitorial and pizza restaurant, I sure did. The good news is that I'm about to show you the biggest reason for that problem and how to turn that around. So here it is. The deadly marketing phrases you should never use in your advertising are phrases, taglines, or statements that include cliches or platitudes. Sounds simple, right? Well, let me dive into this a little bit further, and I hope you will see how these are the kiss of death. Now first let me explain what this is. A cliche or platitude is a statement or phrase that is used as if it were original, but lacks the power to grab a customer's attention because it's too common and sounds just like everyone else. This sounds so obvious, and yet company after company falls into this dreary pit of mediocrity. So let me give you a few examples of exactly what I'm talking about. When a business uses words or phrases like fast service, established in 1951, family owned, free estimates, excellent customer service, conveniently located, professional, licensed and insured, call today, and on it goes. Obviously, it's important to be a lot of the things I said above. There's nothing wrong with being established for 60 years, being insured, or having free estimates. Those are all great things. However, every single one of those words or phrases are so common that you sound just like everyone else. The problem with sounding just like everyone else is that your prospects can't actually tell anyone apart. If you happen to have a Yellow Pages ad laying around, open it up and look through it. It won't take you too long to start seeing that everyone sounds just the same. The only real difference is the graphics they use and the size of ad they are running. That's all that's different. The problem with this is that because everyone sounds the same, your prospects are forced to call a few shops at random asking the worst question possible. How much does your service cost? Trust me, it doesn't have to be this way, and in fact, I'm going to be giving you a simple to follow formula that if used will allow you to avoid the price game altogether. If you stop using the deadly marketing phrases, you are going to pull in customers who will beg to be your clients. Simply switch from using cliches and platitudes to using educational-based marketing. So the next time you begin writing an ad, apply this simple formula to make sure you aren't using a deadly marketing phrase. Formula step number 1. Can your competitors say that? In advertising, it's not really who can do what you do, but comes down to who can say what you say. Unfortunately, that is just about everyone. Let's look at a few examples of this. In town, there's a janitorial company who says he's the best in town. For all I know, he very well may be the best in town. However, that statement is so common that 2 other janitorial companies say the very same thing in the same town. The phrase is so common that us as consumers see something like that and it almost doesn't even register. When you see someone write something like that, do you actually believe it? Of course not. Anyone can say that. Now here's another one. A law firm saying, "We've been in business for 20 years. Well, the unfortunate part for them is a page earlier, another lawyer is saying they've been in business for 35 years, and another still in business for 100. All of these fall under the golden rule for deadly marketing phrases of statements or phrases that are used as if they were original, but lacks the power to grab a customer's attention because it's too common and sounds just like everyone else. Now let's look at formula step number 2. I call this step the duh test. This evaluation is pretty straightforward. If those statements made in marketing that are written as if they were unique, but are actually so obvious anyone reading it would go, duh. Here's an example of a janitorial company saying, honest and ethical labor. Then they go on to say, bonded and insured. When you read statements like this, it makes you go, duh. What are they going to tell me? That they aren't honest and have really low morals? Not only can anyone else say that, but it's so commonplace. They better be honest and ethical, or I wouldn't hire them, for goodness sakes. Or this example of a family attorney who says they do divorce, spousal support, visitation, custody, and litigation issues. Well, duh, you're a family attorney. You better do those types of cases. What else would you do? Though his ad gets worse, as he mentions he's understanding and effective. Well, duh, what else would you tell me? That you are inefficient and don't grasp family law? Of course he wouldn't say that. Every single person is going to say the greatest things they can about themselves that they can get away with. The problem is that this lawyer spent so much money on a large ad, and yet the whole thing is filled up with cliches and platitudes. He really doesn't convey a single thing that is unique about himself that his competitor can't say and isn't blatantly obvious. Which means if I needed a family attorney, I would look at his ad and see everyone else's, and not being able to make a single distinction, would pick a few random people and ask them what their price is. Formula step number 3. Is my ad unique? For this final step in the deadly marketing phrases to avoid, I would like you to grab a piece of your marketing material. Once you have it in front of you, I would like you to cross out your name, logo, and phone number, and then write in your competitor's information. After you do this, ask yourself the question, was my ad unique, or is my ad still valid with my competitor's information? If your ad works or almost works with your competitor's name on it, then you've failed this process and your ad is using deadly marketing phrases. To see a lot of examples of this, then flip and open a Yellow Pages and go straight to the attorneys section. Attorneys are notorious for this. You can almost swap out every single attorney ad with each other. They are almost all identical, just different colors, names, and clever one-liners. How would you possibly know what attorney was good or bad? How can you tell which attorney would be right for you? The problem is you can't. It's going to be a crapshoot of picking up the phone and getting a few price quotes. Though attorneys aren't the only ones guilty of this. You can look up dentists who all have the same ads, or insurance companies all saying the exact same things. All of these companies have spent a lot of money for these ad spaces, but they didn't spend any time on the content. The problem was they fell into the trap of using deadly marketing phrases, and now their ads all sound alike. I first learned of this formula when I went through an expensive marketing program put together by Richard Harshaw. At the time, I was already experiencing tremendous success by using educational-based marketing, but didn't really have the full picture of why traditional advertising was so dismal. Once I went through his course, it really dawned on me just how silly traditional marketing really is. Now, all my marketing consultant clients and members of the premium marketing program have this strict formula applied to all the ads we create for them. We not only avoid using the deadly marketing phrases, but we apply our 5 strategic elements to create a truly successful advertising campaign. The fact is, you may be the best in your industry, but since your ads and your competitors' ads all use the deadly marketing phrases, then how would your potential customers tell the difference? Which means they wind up calling you and asking for your price because they don't see any real value difference between you and everyone else. The good news is that it doesn't have to be this way. The first company that fixes this in their industry will transform their sales over the course of a year and will expand their business massively. I suggest you download our free ebook to the right of this video that talks more about the deadly marketing phrases, as well as teaches you a bit about educational-based marketing and 4 other great techniques you can use to transform your business. I also would like to encourage you to give us a call at 1-855-469-3243 or email us at support@fastwebhelp.com so we can connect you with a marketing consultant right away. The marketing consultant will give you a free, no-pressure consultation where we will analyze where your business is in the marketplace. We'll go over some specific techniques, set you up with some free resources, and discuss areas where you can maximize your market share. But you need to call now because we can only work with one company in your industry, in your local market. This means that if your competitor calls us first, we simply will not be able to work with you in the future.